I love it when manufacturers go out on a limb and give us something quirky. Products such as the Pontiac Aztek, Isuzu VehiCROSS, and Nissan Murano CrossCabriolet are some of my personal favorites. So when Land Rover decided to build an Evoque convertible, I was all in. This is what summertime driving is all about. A really cool convertible, top down, wind in your hair. Even though all-terrain open-air motoring is clearly in Land Rover's DNA, we don't typically think of SUVs as the basis for convertibles. But Land Rover has executed this topless Evoque in a highly convincing manner, maintaining its off-road chops while turning up the sizzle on its wow factor. They've braced it and tweaked the suspension to compensate for the added weight and its distribution, claiming that this convertible is actually more rigid than the Evoque Coupe. It's been put to test in the same off-road environments as all Land Rover models, so you can easily use the nearly 8.5 inches of ground clearance, wade through 20 inches of water, and climb a 45-degree gradient. They didn't softball this convertible, and it feels better than ever off-road. The terrain response system electronically adjusts the pertinent components to make four-wheeling even easier, manipulating what they call their active driveline four-wheel drive, proportioning torque from front to rear and dynamically between the rear wheels. It can also disengage to save gas under the right conditions. Going off-road in the Evoque has never been more fun. But it's more likely this model will be seen cruising beaches and resort towns, and it's good for that too. This soft top is fully automatic. Just hold the switch and you're good to go. I like how Land Rover has the windows going in the right way too, unlike some other European brands. It's a great top, well insulated, and it even keeps the Evoque looking snazzy when it's in place. Now, you can take two others along for the ride. There are no room issues other than for those with big feet. Or you can pop in the windscreen, which does a stellar job of knocking down the breeze. And whether up or down, the trunk space remains the same. Tiny, so pack accordingly. From a pure performance standpoint, this Evoque is unexceptional. But it's really fun to be able to put the top down on a vehicle that's this amazingly capable off-road. And unlike most convertibles, it really does have seating for four. And the cabin is really quiet, whether the top is up or down, and it's turbulence-free. This would make for a great addition to anyone's summer garage. The 240 horsepower Turbo 4 and 9-speed auto carry over, and topping the scales at well over 2 tons, they have a lot of work to do. So impressive off-the-line acceleration is not a strong suit, taking over 8 seconds. But dial over to sport mode on the fun roads and it feels anything but slow. The turbo hits hard and takes a while to build boost after you step on it, so your passengers might give you the stink eye for the neck snapping, but that's just how it is. That's why the terrain response comes in handy off-road, significantly softening this surge of power. A more refined engine would be a welcome addition. Gas mileage drops just a bit from 24 to 23 mpg on premium. There's a likable ride quality here, perfect for summer cruising duty, but dynamic changes in direction are accompanied by a good bit of body roll. If you're totally all about sport, then this Evoque isn't going to impress. But for the vast majority, its compliance, capability, and composure are spot on for a convertible. The cabin still looks modern, with its big widescreen and symmetrical design. Though I'm not a big fan of in-control apps, simply because it doesn't work with my favorite smartphone apps, this system is fairly easy to navigate and comes packed with lots of info and connectivity features. This is where driving it for a week as opposed to being an actual owner likely comes into play, because there seems to be a good deal of personalization here that could sway opinion. By the way, this is the top trim HSE Dynamic in U-Long white with optional 20-inch wheels, full Oxford leather interior, cold climate package, and HD and SAT radio for an as-tested price of $63,340. A number of other available packages can be chosen to add more electronic safety features and convenience goodies, As is, you get blind spot detection, a standard backup cam, heated but not cooled seats, the base 10-speaker Meridian sound system, and non-adaptive xenon headlights. With all of the offerings, you can easily get the price up to $70,000. The base price is $52,995. It gets people excited when they see it and passengers smiling when they're along for the ride. The Evoque Convertible will live its life as a rarity, and that's perfect for its owners. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.